Hey, nigga, listen real quick.
The track you just heard from the legend Eric Sermon featuring Snoop Dogg, Method Man, and RL. That would be Snoop Dogg, not Stoop Lion. Let me explain. It's the title track off of Kevin Hart's new movie. This is Juice Radio's Fresh Juice. You're tuning in right now online at GoJuiceRadio.com or tune in. We got a guest right here. Introduce yourself.
HAVi Blaze, Tacoma Zone.
Tacoma Zone. I thought you were from Seattle. Tactown. All right. Actually, you caught my attention earlier this week. You released a new song, "Only in America," right?
Yes. That's a track I recorded a couple days ago over somewhere in America from Jay-Z's new album.
And you're definitely, I'm guessing it's about the Zimmerman case, and there were several rappers who released music to that. I mean, what motivated you especially to do it?
Well, actually, I haven't heard anybody else come out with it, but I'm pretty sure there's millions of rappers out there. So, yeah, I haven't heard anybody else's, but basically just speaking with different people about the trial, I have something to say about it. So, I wanted to voice my thoughts on it on the track.
So, what are your thoughts about the trial? Obviously,
I have a lot of different thoughts about it, but it's very interesting. A lot of people are saying that they believe one thing or a different thing, or they have an opinion on whether or not they think George Zimmerman is guilty. But in all honesty, nobody really knows 100% what happened besides Trayvon Martin and George Zimmerman and God, you know. So nobody has all the facts, but from the facts that we do have, my thoughts are just that it's doesn't seem like the justice system really worked out.
Right. And I mean, I know that, you know, that I'm a white guy and you're a black guy, but we can talk about this shit, right? But do you really think that definitely some bullshit definitely went down there?
Well, there was a lot of different things that were suspect, like the I think it was 5 white women on the jury. That's supposed to be, well, from my knowledge, it's supposed to be a jury of your peers, and that's not, I don't think that's a pure representation of George Zimmerman's peers or Trayvon Martin's peers. So it's just interesting. I wonder how they how they came up with 5, I think it was 5 white women and 1 Hispanic or whatever they call it. So it's just interesting, and it to me it's not really fair. And that is pretty much an outline of how a lot of people feel about the whole trial.
And it's obviously a bigger issue too. I mean, it definitely brought everyone up in arms about it, and for a good reason. I mean, what do you think? Do you think something good is going to come from this, or do you think we still got a lot more ahead of us?
I think that there is a lot more work ahead. There's already some good coming from it, with people standing up and trying to fight for the right decision to happen. So I think there's a lot of work to happen, but hopefully we have the right people and the right leaders to lead us in the right direction. We don't need people going out there and rioting and causing damage and making us, meaning not just African Americans, but us as a people look worse than we already do.
Right, definitely. Let's talk about your music, though. Obviously, you're a very multi-talented producer, rapper, singer. I know this track you basically made it off of a Jay-Z song, but usually, you know, you basically do everything on your albums, right?
Yes, I produced every track on my new album. I'm singing on there. There's only one feature. It's my friend. She used to go by Stacy Felice, and now she's going by just S. But on this track, I basically just resampled it, played the strings at the end of the song. But yeah, I don't really consider myself a singer, but I sing a little bit on the choruses and stuff like that. But I started out as a producer and got into rapping from that.
I know Kanye did the same type of deal, basically started in producing. What encouraged you to start rapping?
I think that it's my personality. I feel like I was really shy growing up, but I knew I had things to say. And once I got up the courage to actually rap in front of people, I gained the confidence needed to be a rapper, because it takes a lot of confidence.
Yeah, definitely. So we're gonna get to your new record right here, Only in America. I'll be right back on Juice Radio's Fresh Juice with HAVi Blaze.
Killer, and I'm a jiggy nigga. I said,
woo! That's ASAP Rocky, Fashion Killer, from album Long Live ASAP, his debut album. We're on Juice Radio's Fresh Juice. My name, of course, is D Money, and you can follow me on that Twitter at DMoneyJuice. Still here with Tacoma's own HAVi Blaze. How'd you come up with that name?
Well, I actually didn't come up with it. My boy Steve Hood, we went to high school together, elementary school, middle school, and I can't even remember how far back it was, but I think it might have been from Spanish class. He just started calling me Javier, and then we cut it short to HAVi Blaze. I think it might be from Just Blaze and Johnny Blaze, a little mix between both of those.
And I noticed that when you spell HAVi Blaze, HAV is always capitalized and the I is lowercase.
Yes, that's just a little stylistic thing. Basically, my meaning for it is that the I in the name, is a representation of me, and my music isn't just about me. So that's why I make the I smaller, because I talk about things that I see in the world, so other issues. I'm just a small part of it.
And speaking of wordplay, I hear that you were an English major at UW, right?
Yeah, I majored in English from the University of Washington.
Yeah, true story. When I first heard about you, it was that UW song you made. Do you still get reception on that these days?
Yeah, people still talk to me about my song Purple and Gold. That song, it got played a lot back then, and it made me kind of dislike it, but I definitely appreciate all of the fans and exposure that I got from that record.
Yeah, and I've noticed basically on your social networks lately that basically it looks like you're struggling a lot, but sometimes you want to quit the game. What keeps you going?
Well, personally, I don't feel like I ever want to quit, but I definitely am just struggling. It's difficult to come from this state and the city that I'm in, so it's just a constant struggle, but I think that it will make it more worthwhile once something finally happens.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of artists out here that are definitely getting shine. I mean, what do you think of like the artists that have made this year's Freshest in the Northwest list?
From that list, I definitely like Luck One. I think Luck One was number four. Yeah, Luck One is really nice. I plan on contacting him, hitting him up to try to get him on my next project.
Yeah, I think you guys would sound great together, actually. Your album, Self-Portrait, I think we talked to, we at least referred to earlier. Basically a self-portrait is a picture of yourself. So what do you think that picture shows of you in this one album, at least?
Well, this album is basically just a representation of me and all the thoughts that I have. I have different topics on this album, talking about myself, talking about things that I see. I got stories from people that I know. I'm just talking about different things, and it's all a representation of me, and that's why I named the album Self-Portrait.
Dope, definitely. Where can people get it?
People can get the album from HaviBlaze.com, iTunes, Amazon, CD Baby. Basically, you can just find it anywhere on the internet. I have physical copies. If you hit me up on Facebook.com/HAVi Blaze, you can hit me up and I'll get you one of those physical copies.
Dope. Thanks for coming through, my guy.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me, man.
And we're going to get to this new one from Justin Timberlake. It's called Take Back the Night, obviously produced by Timbaland. Award-winning combo right there. They're definitely going to dominate the next Grammys. It's serving as the first single for the 2020 Experience Part 2, dropping in September 30th. I'll be right back out with you in just a little bit.